Hi, Deborah here from the DBA with an update for this week. I want to read you a story. So this comes from Life is Meals. It's a fantastic book. Jim and I are reading one of these every day during our coffee break, and I wanted to read you the story from last week. No matter how much thought and care has gone into planning and execution of a meal, disaster can strike. Fritz Karl Vattel, a Swiss immigrant who worked as a steward for Louis XIV's finance minister Nicolas Fouquet, and later at the great estate of Chantilly outside Paris, took his problems perhaps too much to heart. The Prince de Condé had given him the responsibility for food and entertainment during a celebration in honour of the king, but even on the first day, things began to go wrong. There wasn't enough meat for the guests who showed up unexpectedly, and then the sky clouded over for the fireworks display. Neither of these could have been foreseen or remedied by Vattel, but he felt his reputation was destroyed. The next day, when the fish for the meal didn't arrive as scheduled, he gave up hope for regaining his honour and fell on his sword just as the shipments were passing through the castle gates. He was 35. Nearly 300 years later, Vattel was scolded posthumously by Phileas Gilbert, a much-respected French cook and author of a number of books on food, as well as a collaborator on Auguste Escoffier's Le Guide Culinaire. Always ready for a scuffle with colleagues, alive or dead, Gilbert wrote that every cook can recall disasters, and here comes the quote, but recourse to the cook's knife, in the absence of a sword, would solve nothing, and it is in such difficult circumstances that firmness of character emerges in the one who commands. Such a one will never lose his head and would not dream of throwing in the towel. An authoritative appeal to the goodwill of his team, temporarily at loss, some brief and clear orders called out over the tumult of upset pots and pans, and the problem is resolved. The service continues. So my message for everyone this week is service must continue. I don't think any of us has the answers to what's going on at the moment. We're having to work our way through these things day by day. And I want to stress the importance of keeping talking to each other. And I wanted to highlight to you the groups of people I'm talking to keep my head above the parapet and my eye firm fixedly on the horizon. And it's DCMS, the government department, so regular liaison with them every week about the issues we face and how they might be able to help us, and then updates from them to us. We talk to various people about putting webinars on, so we've got a great webinar coming up on Friday. We've got 5 experts joining us on that to give us their view on some very specific things that I'm going to be asking them about. So check out the website for that. And then I'm also having conversations every fortnight with our friends at BEDA, with the Bureau of European Design Associations, just to keep a handle on what's happening in the rest of Europe at a time like this, and what can we learn from what they're doing there as well. So that's it for this week. My advice is keep your head up, keep looking forward to the horizon, keep talking to people, and that could be conversations, it could be reading stuff, it could be candid conversations with people, it could be advisors and experts like the people we have at the DBA. Whoever it is, just keep talking to people and adapt and play with that plan as you move forward. Have a good week.